what is it about art and wine that makes people want to describe them in such incredibly pompous language? For example, there's a gallery near us called Hauser and Wirth, or if you look at the price tags, how's it worth it? Hauser and Wirth has done really great things in making art more physically accessible, especially for anyone who lives in or around Somerset. So why on earth do they insist on simultaneously making their collection intellectually less accessible with descriptions like this? As an artist, he insistently and resolutely questioned and expanded upon modernism's formal vocabulary in a laconic oeuvre that encompassed painting, photography, drawing and sculpture. Oh, come on! Give me a bloody break! I'm not interested in the artist's laconic oeuvre. I want to know what influenced him. Was he sober when he created it, or was he off his head on a cocktail of LSD, heroin and crack cocaine? And if it's not immediately obvious that the painting is of a giraffe, then what is it? Or what's it meant to represent? It's the same with wine. Within a couple of minutes of arriving at the website belonging to a well-known wine merchant, I found myself reading about a 2018 Sancerre, which showcases the best of this highly successful vintage. The crisp citrus and delicate floral aromas are complemented by subtle, riper notes, and the palate is finely chiselled with a pleasing, chalky texture. Oh my God! My palate is only finely chiselled with a pleasing chalky texture after I've downed 2 Rennie. No, maybe I'm just stupid, but I prefer wine described simply as white, red, or ideally pink. And if it's white, then dry, and then either nice or not nice. Now, you could well argue that my limited vocabulary makes me ill-equipped to review a product designed to enhance the taste of wine, and you might be right. But a couple of weeks ago, a company called Mercury's Asia sent me its Winaerator to review. It's called the Vinaera Pro. Now, it's claimed that when you decant red wine, particularly ones that are high in tannins, like a Cabernet Sauvignon, it improves the flavour. And for those people who can't be bothered to decant wine, this is billed as the world's first adjustable electric Winaerator. And it essentially creates the same effect as decanting, but without the bother of decanting. Now, much as I enjoy being sent interesting things to try out, the timing for this one was a bit unfortunate. Only the following week, the Times newspaper reported that most experts now say that letting wine breathe or aerating it is a waste of time. Really? Well, let's do a blind taste test. So, here we go. I've got a bottle of 2016 Cabernet Sauvignon, so it's quite young. I'm going to pour half into 4 glasses on the right here. And the other half, I'm going to insert the Winaerator. Make sure that's firmly pressed down, and then it's certainly bubbling. So there we go. We've got 4 samples of each. And I'm now going to blindfold myself, and I've got a fantastic assistant here who's now going to pass me a glass from each one. I'm going to call out the first one as being A, and then I'm going to try and call out which ones are then different. So let's kick off with the first one. Thank you. Right, so that goes on A. I'm going to go A again. So the results are in, and the first sample I called was always going to kick off with being an A as the benchmark, and then of the remainder I called the B's correctly twice, but unfortunately I also called them incorrectly twice. And I called the remaining A's correctly twice and incorrectly once. And that is what I call conclusively inconclusive. In other words, I really struggled to tell there was any real difference between the aerated and the unaerated wine. Still, I'm a little uncomfortable judging this product based on my very simple taste test. I'm certainly no sommelier, and perhaps more to the point, over a 30-year career, I've probably smoked in excess of 250,000 cigarettes. So if there are any taste buds still left in my mouth, they're pretty few and far between. If you're a non-smoker, or you know a little bit more about wine, you might be able to tell the difference. If you know anybody who enjoys a nice bottle of red, do share this video with them. Otherwise, if you'd like to be alerted of the next gadget review, do subscribe. And until the next time, I've been Arlo Guthrie. Bye-bye.